we both know that there's so many things to think about when choosing a business. And especially if you have a lot of talents, a lot of skills and abilities, that it makes it even more difficult to know exactly what to choose. So right now, what I have up on the screen is a good website that I found with some good links at Santa Clara University, which is in California, I believe Santa Clara, California. And what they have here is they have an institute that is speaking about just business in general and how to set up a business, right? So the beauty about it is there's a lot of things that are free. Over here on the right hand side, it says get certified for free, right? So, I think sometimes we're making excuses of the help that we potentially want, but sometimes we don't get it. Sometimes we don't get it, or we don't feel like we're getting it because we just don't know where the information is. So here's an example of just where the information is. It says Session 1, Deciding on a Business. Okay. That's exactly what we want to speak about. Just how do you really decide on what business to actually get into? It says here the most serious mistake made by entrepreneurs is not choosing the right business from the very beginning. Very common mistake. And it's saying this session will provide important valuation techniques to decide which business is right for you. So it's saying here characteristics of a successful entrepreneurial. When we think about the characteristics, actually has a drop down here. And what is it saying about the characteristics? It's saying that you need some guts, you need some brains, and need some capital, right? So when you talk about me needing some guts, I'm assuming that they mean that you need not only the inspiration but the dedication, the willing to take risks in order to get to that next business platform, right? You, as it says here, you have to have an entrepreneurial instinct. You have to have that desire to own your own business because remember, there's no one that's going to be telling you what to do, right? You have to wake up with your own motivation and keep on pushing further in order to further the business. So more than likely, it should really be something that you really enjoy. It also says here that you have to have the brains. As it indicates, educational credentials are important. Obviously, you're taking a course right now towards a degree program, whether that be an associate's or bachelor's or even master's. But in addition to that, just because you have the educational background, that doesn't mean that you're going to be great at what you do, right? So there's a lot of other ways that you can educate yourself, such as just things like looking at this website and maybe it reviewing things that you haven't seen in any books that you've seen before. It also says common sense combined with appropriate experience is a necessary brain power. There's a lot of common sense that just has to happen, man, because not everything is in a book. So because not everything is a book, you have to conjure up some experiences and some things that you learned in order to come out with a great solution. It may not be a perfect solution, but it will be the solution that works for that point. And one of the other main important characteristics is capital, right? This doesn't mean that you have to quit your job and just start your business. Maybe you can do them concurrently, right? Maybe you can do them one in the morning, one at night for a few months, maybe a few years until you really start navigating through in order to develop your business model, right? So as it says here, characteristics of a successful entrepreneurial, you need guts, you need brains, you need capital, you need the inspiration that you need to get up every day. You need to constantly be knowledgeable in your craft. And ultimately, you need some resources to keep on pushing you further.